Well, good afternoon, and welcome to Real Estate Talk with Lisa. I'm your host, Lisa Jeffrey. I'm a local DMV realtor with Fairfax Realty Elite, and this is Real Estate Talk with Lisa. So, what's this show about? Well, this show is about opening the doors with keys of independence. Here we focus on educating, empowering, and motivating you to action in the area of real estate. So we cover all the aspects of real estate. We cover housing issues and community building because without your community, all you have is just a building. So when you have those houses grouped together, that's what makes your community. Why are we here? We're here because, there's a scripture that says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So we're here to provide knowledge to you on a variety of real estate related topics, many of them which are suggested by you, our audience, so that as you're in the marketplace, whether you're a seller looking to sell or a buyer looking to purchase, you're looking to do investing on the real estate arena, any of those things, this is the show for you. Now, I am an active realtor, so if you're looking to buy, sell, lease, rent property within this area, within the DMV, please give me a call. You can reach me at 301 542 5168. 301 542 5168. I think probably the one of the greatest compliments my clients give me is that I'm patient, and also for my buyers, one of the compliments that they have given me is helping them find the house that they want as opposed to the house that I might want for them. But I feel like my job is to assist you in fulfilling your dream. So again, you can reach me 301 542 5168 or at the office at 301 794 9400. Now, if you'd like to be on the show, you believe you have a topic that could help our audience out, or a product that's related to what we do, or a service that you feel like the audience would need. It could be food, because all of us realtors like to eat. I can speak for that. Or transportation, any of those areas. Stylists. Talk to Reba Burst Barnes with Reba Associates International. She's often my co-host, and she's our point of contact for getting your topic or your service on the air with us here. You can reach Reba at 301 420 0000. That's 301 420 0000. Now, if you're watching us for the first time or you're a returning viewer, you're watching us live now, you're watching us on the WBGR Wellness Network on Facebook Live. You can catch the replay of this show on our show's Facebook page, Real Estate Talk with Lisa, or on our YouTube channel, also Real Estate Talk with Lisa. So now I've got all my housekeeping out of the way, let's dive into some of the topics for today. So our topic is hot topics. So what's some of the hot topics in the month of May? I think last show, if you had tuned in, we talked a little bit about sellers. And this is the top month for sellers to put their properties on the market. Why, you may ask? That's right, because there are more people looking for houses. Why is that? Again, you're correct. Because families that have children, the children are now getting ready to come out of school. So now they're free to look while there's no school going on. So they can have their family settled to that new home by the beginning of the school year. So that's what makes it such a hot season for sellers. So sellers, if you've been on the fence, it's time to come off the fence. And you say, well, I don't know. Are people buying? I'm watching the interest rates. Let me tell you, with our home buyers boot camps, we've been letting buyers know that there are many ways to get them into the property. We've also been working with Afua Jones, who is our credit repair specialist, and she's able to help clients that are having credit challenges to be able to get in. But there are many programs, if you're a seller, that buyers can access, some of them within a 30-day closing time frame, that can get them into your home. And just because a person is using a program does not mean that they're not a good buyer. Okay? Sometimes it's just beneficial, just like you. If you saw something on sale or something where you could get a discount and get it at a better price but less out of pocket, wouldn't you take advantage of that? Exactly. So that's the same thing that they do. So, you don't want to close your mind to those buyers. Now, buyers, if you're preparing to get into the market, the first thing you want to do is you want to do your home budget. That's right. You want to sit down and look at, because when you go to the lender, he's going to give you a monthly amount that's going to be based on what you qualify on, based on your debt to income ratio on your credit report, like how much you owe as opposed to how much you make. And then there's another ratio that's looked at, is your housing ratio, meaning how much of your income, based on what you make, can be focused on the housing component of your budget. So being aware of those numbers, and then your own household budget, because there are things that the lender does not see and does not consider when he gives you that monthly payment amount. So you have to know with your own household budget, will this amount work for you? And so that's why you have to do your due diligence as well. And even if the lender qualifies you for a higher amount, you don't have to buy at that level. You buy at the level that's comfortable for you. So as you're going out into the market, you want to make sure you've gotten your pre-approval so you know where you stand financially. You also want to kind of have an understanding that there's going to be competition. And you shouldn't be afraid of competition, because if you like something, there's a good chance that someone else may like it too. That's why Walmart does so well, because they carry things that we all like, and a lot of us like what they carry, so they do great business for us. So when you're looking at a property, you know that there's going to be other people that may be looking at it. So you work with your lender and your realtor to make sure your offer is as strong as it can be. What do we mean by strong? Meaning you put forth the very best price under the advice of your realtor, looking at what's sold in the area. You determine whether or not you need closing cost help from the seller, because you got to remember, closing cost help that you ask for reduces the bottom line of proceeds that come to the seller after the sale. So you want to be mindful of that when you're making your offer, because that can make your offer less competitive if you ask for too much closing costs. So you want to just keep that in mind. That's why taking advantage of some of the great programs that are out here in the county, state, and federal level can diminish what you need from the seller, because you're getting funds from another source. Okay? So once you know that, think about what you have to have and what you don't have to have. Are you buying your forever home, or are you buying your starter home? Because when you're buying your starter home, there are some things that you don't necessarily need. You may want them, but they're not a need for you to be happy in the home. And that will kind of help you narrow down your search to make it easier for you to find what you're looking for within your price range. And you think about, okay, maybe I may be moving in about 4 or 5 years. So what do I need for my family right now, as opposed to later as my family grows? Or perhaps you're an individual, or you're a couple that do not have children yet, but you're planning to have children. So you can buy for where you are now. But if you're thinking, I really want to be in this community for a long period of time, then you would shape your search based on a longer period of time in that neighborhood. So your perspective is a little different in how you approach what you want. Then what type of property do you want? Do your due diligence. Check out the different styles of homes, what the floor plans look like. Are you a condo person? Just want something small and compact? Do you like a split foyer? Do you like a colonial with a basement? Familiarize yourself with the different types of homes and the different types of layouts. I always tell people it's always a good idea when you're looking to kind of maybe drive through a neighborhood and see how you like it. What's the vibe in the neighborhood? Is it near restaurants? Is it near the kinds of amenities that you like? Some people just like a nice, quiet, more of a rural feel, but then you get on the road and drive a little bit, and then there's all the nightlife, but they don't like it as close to their neighborhood. Some people like to come out of the door and walk right down to the neighborhood restaurant where people know them and they can have fellowship with other people in the community. So it helps to understand what it is you want when you're starting to look. And sometimes it's a little trial and error. Sometimes you say, I thought I liked this. Or you say, wow, I didn't think I would like this kind of house. And you find that you do. But these are steps that you can take to start to get yourself in the mind of looking. Now back to the idea of competition. And we've talked about this previously. If you don't want competition, there are a couple of ways to find properties that don't have as much competition. One, of course, is that property that just needs just a little love and care. May need a few repairs, so you may not see as many people as interested in it, and that may be an option for you. In that case, you want to look at a lender that offers a type of financing where you can include repairs to the property as part of your mortgage, and it's just rolled in there together. Other times, another way to find a property that does not require as much competition, of course, is new construction. And you can look in by county and look at the amenities that the community offers. There's a lot of new home communities going up that some offer shopping spaces within the community. You have the pools, you have the clubhouses, you have over 55 active communities now. So there are a lot of different new construction type homes. I really personally would like to see more affordable housing communities coming up, but hopefully as we go into the rest of this year, the builders and the developers will really see that as a need to invest in. If you think that that's something that you'd like to see more of too, or you'd like to see us tackle that topic a little more in depth, please let us know. And if you're watching right now, please hit the share button. Please hit the like button. Make sure that sometime during the broadcast you tip on over to our Facebook page, Real Estate Talk with Lisa, and become a follower so that you can see the different articles, because we share other articles about the community, about construction, about real estate on our page. So we're going to take a quick break and talk about, have a little break about one of my favorite stylists, Adna Ross. And we'll see you on the other side of that break.
Adna Ross Salon is kicking off its Spring Makeover Monday series, starting Monday, April 22nd. We'll be out in the Prince George's County community, selecting one person each week to receive a complimentary makeover hair service. To qualify, you simply have to be ready to receive your makeover on the spot. Look for us in the community. We're kicking off our Makeover Monday series on April 22nd.
All right. So I'm telling you, I want to thank all of you that supported Adna Ross open house. I was told, because I was traveling, but I was told that there was a line around the building to get in, and that it was well attended and everyone had a great time. So from Adna Ross Salon to you, she did want me to extend a great thanks. The stylist there is Sharonda Johnson. And as I've said before, she's a great stylist who really listens to her clients. So she's to styling, hairstyling as I am to real estate. Really a good listener. So make sure you stop by. She has some specials, and who knows, you might be that next Monday makeover person. All right. So another topic we wanted to talk about today is Industry Day. Yes, today was Industry Day at Cardozo High School in Washington, D.C., and it was put on by the National Association of Black Women in Construction, as well as the D.C. Department of Transportation. And if you're not familiar, Cardozo is a tech academy school, and so the focus, of course, is on STEM. And the mission for NABWIC, who you've heard us talk about many times, they're great partners of the show. Their focus is reaching back into the high schools to inform students about the great range of careers that are profitable and are available within the construction field. So their focus on Industry Day is construction, engineering, transportation, and it's technology. There we go. I knew it was right on the tip of my tongue. So those are the four core areas that they address during Industry Day, and they have a variety of panelists come in and talk to the students. It's a free event. There's a luncheon speaker, so we should have photos from the event on next week, so we'll be able to share those with you and get some post-event comments from some of the presenters, and of course from the leaders of the organization. Our local chapter leader here for the Greater Capital Area is Mrs. Nicole Allen, who heads up Allen Norris Permits with Robert Norris. And also the national president for this year is Miss Kimberly Naylor out of Detroit with Nail Right Construction. And if you're a Facebook friend of Kimberly, you'll know she is always posting something positive, something to get you going, something to get you thinking. So they're both very dynamic women that are moving that organization forward. And I know for last year and this year, because I was just made aware of the organization and the event last year, the Department of Transportation, DC's Department of Transportation, has been a great partner in the event in terms of support and their presence at the event. So I'm looking forward to hear all of the details about how everything went today, but I am positive that it is a success. Now, let's get back to another hot topic. One topic that I get questions about and we find to be a challenge is in the area of renting. And renting, when you're looking for something other than an apartment, sometimes that's because you have a family that's larger than a 3-bedroom. And sometimes it can be a challenge finding a 3-bedroom. Or sometimes you may have a multi-generational family where you may have children, their parents or parent that they may either be caregiving for or they just continue to live together. And then you have grandchildren. And so you need a space large enough for them. So that's one of the reasons why people may rent. And you say, well, why rent rather than buy? Well, some people, like I said, they need the extra space. Other times, the need to have that rental, is because there's a job situation where the person doesn't have a stable job. They may be transferred at any given time. Their job may require a great deal of travel, so they're not really willing to put down roots just yet. Oftentimes, especially with millennials, they may be more comfortable with renting because they're carrying student loan debt, and that is impacting their ability to buy. Sometimes we may have a ding or two on our credit. Many of us that were homeowners during the housing crisis suffered tremendously during that time period, income wise, housing wise, credit score wise. And some of us are still recuperating from that time frame and building our credit back up and taking care of certain things. So we're not quite positioned to buy yet. So we need to rent. So what kinds of things would I say to someone that's looking to rent in that capacity? Well, you're looking for something. Most times a landlord is looking for you to make as an annual salary 2.5 to 3 times the rent in your annual salary. That's pretty standard all across the board. They're also looking many times, not every time, for a debt to income ratio of about 45%. Some may be a little lower, maybe 41. What does that mean? You've heard me use that term, debt to income. Maybe this is the first time that you've tuned in. And if you've just tuned in, you're watching Real Estate Talk with Lisa on the WBGR Wellness Network. What that means is the amount of debt that you have compared to what your income is. Okay? So your debt divided by the amount of income, that fractional part of your income that goes to debt, that's your debt to income ratio. Okay? So when you say, well, how do they know what that is? Well, when you fill out your application, that is what the landlord is looking at as they're reviewing applications. They're looking to see what your annual income is. They're also looking to see what your debt to income ratio is. And I often tell my clients, it's fine to put your banking account information, but in today's society, normally we don't put our account numbers because that's a little bit, of a concern. You don't necessarily want someone else to have your account number, but you do want to be able to put your information there, because why do they want to know what your assets are? Why do you think a landlord will be concerned about what your assets may be? Well, you're renting their home or their property, and they want to see that you have enough in your account for the security deposit and potentially the first month's rent. And if your credit score is lower, in Prince George's County, other counties may be different, they can ask for up to 2 months security deposit with a lower credit score. So if your credit score is lower, they're looking at your paperwork and they're saying, okay, it doesn't look like they have enough for the higher security deposit, and the score is a little low. I think we'll take a pass on this one. So that's why it's important to be accurate and to be able to show what you have or what you have access to. That's the time when you want to be forthcoming, because those are some of the things that can be considered. Now, something I have seen in the housing rental market is a request for a higher credit score. So just because you're renting does not eliminate the need to take good care of your credit. And if you haven't taken good care, definitely create a strategy, a plan to fix that, because it will impact you when a prospective landlord is looking at your credit. Now, what we say sometimes in the industry is that, sometimes if someone has a higher credit score, there's a good chance that they would probably go for a purchase if they could. And the fact that they're renting sometimes is indicative that the credit score may be something that they're working on, but they need some place to live until then. And you will find that there are many landlords that will work with you with a lower credit score because they'll look at the whole picture. They'll look at your rental history. They'll look at how long you've been on the job, your income, and your assets to get a complete picture. So, what I often do for my clients that are looking for rentals, and if you are looking for a rental, feel free to give me a call, 301 542 5168. I'll be happy to serve you in that capacity. Is I go ahead and make the call to the agent to find out, is there a preferred score? Why do I do that? Because I don't want you, as my client, to spend your money on application fee after application fee if at the beginning we can know if this is a viable option for you. I believe that we can find something for you, but I don't want you to waste your time with something that just may not be the right fit. So we do our homework up front to find out about the credit score requirement, the income requirement, if you have a pet, are pets allowed? What is the cost for the pets? These are all questions that we ask up front so that when you go out to look, the properties that you look at are properties that you can get into right away. Now, as a seller or a potential landlord, shall we say, what should you be thinking about when you are leasing your property? Make sure the property is clean. If you intended to clean the carpets, wipe down the window sills, clean the appliances, do that before you put it on the market. Because you may have a qualified tenant come to visit your property and be very much put off by what they see. Because their impression is, wow, they put this property on the market for me as a potential tenant, but they haven't cleaned up anything. Wow. So as a landlord, if something was to happen at this property, how quickly would they be willing to get that repair addressed? Right? So you want to show how you are as a landlord by how you present your property when people come to view it, your prospective tenants come to see it. You want them to leave feeling like, I'd like to live here. I think this person would be a great landlord. And so this is where I'd like to put in my application. Because remember, even as a landlord, you're in competition with other landlords that also have their properties on the market. So little housekeeping things like I mentioned, cleaning the carpet, making sure the bathrooms are clean. If your exterior of your property may need a little pressure washing, go ahead and make that investment because it just speaks volumes to your prospective tenant. If you're renting a house, unless you're in a special community where the HOA or the condominium takes care of the grounds, the exterior, the grass, and lawn care, the tenant will be expected to take care of that. But in the beginning, if you're putting your property out as a rental, make sure that there's good curb appeal. Cut the grass, trim the bushes back. Make it appealing. And I tell you, you'll get better responses, better feedback, and a greater selection of applicants that are interested in renting your home. All right? So, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to go to one of our sponsors, MyRE360, Real Estate Investing at the push of a button. And when we come back, we're going to talk about our featured vendor, local vendor from this area, the DMV area, that's on the MyRE360 platform. He's completed his profile, and we wanted you to know about it. We've been telling you that we're looking for a wholesaler or vendor to highlight and share information with you about on the platform, and it's not too late to get on the platform. It's free. You're going to hear about it shortly in the brief clip we're going to play. And when you do, please take note, because we want you to go if you're interested as being an investor, a wholesaler, you are a lender in the investing community, a title company, even a tax person that speaks to investors, then you want to make sure, if you want to be on that platform where people can find you. So when they're doing their deals, they can look and locate you and give you a call. We want to be that place where everyone can come together, manage their project, estimate their project, get a little education to learn different avenues within the investing community, whether it's multifamily or single, fix and flip, buy and hold, and learning what those terms mean and how to get started. So after the clip, we'll see you on the other side, and we're going to be talking about Press Go Management, Mr. Joseph Child. See you on the other side.
MyRE360 is the future of real estate investing. As a MyRE360 member, you can learn the business, build your team, find a deal, and manage your project, all at the push of a button. MyRE360 is a unique platform that allows members to know with whom they are conducting business, with simple-to-read user stats, badges that highlight their professional accomplishments, and user ratings showing others' previous experiences with investors just like yourself. With the education component, you can learn all aspects of real estate at your convenience. You have the option to learn by topic, learn from a specific educator, or learn about what's happening in your local market. If you are interested in a specific topic, for example wholesaling, simply click on Wholesaling and instantly you could learn all about Wholesaling 101. If you're interested in learning from a specific educator, view their course and their educator profile. You can subscribe to that educator and get access to their wealth of knowledge at the click of a button. Building your real estate team has never been easier. You can search through a list of MyRE360 verified vendors and build your local team with the industry's best in just a matter of minutes. Each vendor you are interested in working with will have badges highlighting the extent of their experience and user ratings from other investors who have previously worked with that vendor. You can create new relationships by adding vendors to your team that are interested in working a specific deal you are considering. You can create different teams based on your investment strategy that consist of vendors that offer those particular services. For example, you can create a team for just your fix and flip deals, your rental projects, or have a separate team for commercial transactions. Looking for your next project? Search credible deals for MyRE360 verified sellers and wholesalers. You can filter your search based on the age of the deal, purchase price, cost of repair, and estimated profit. With the project management tool, you can take advantage of the most robust real estate management system available from your desktop computer or on the go with the mobile app. Once you create your project, you can take advantage of everything the project management tool offers. The Rehab Estimator feature allows you to get real-time project repair estimates during your inspection of the home. Simply identify the size of the property you are inspecting, input a number based on the extent of work needed, and an estimate for that repair line item will be calculated and identified. The pre-purchase checklist walks you through the step-by-step process on the actions necessary to prepare for your closing after a contract has been executed. You can set calendar reminders of upcoming tasks so no action item goes overlooked. The Rehab tool combines the project and process workflow, scheduling, identification of the technician type, accounting, and visibility to the overall project completion rate into a single, simple-to-use tool that accounts for everything you need to successfully navigate your project. Manage your project while on the go with the luxury of your entire management system right on your device or from your home computer. The post-closing checklist is a step-by-step breakdown of everything that is required to officially close out a project after it has been sold. Take advantage of the built-in calendar reminders of upcoming tasks so no action item goes overlooked. Once you have your team created and your next project secured, Take advantage of our state-of-the-art push-button technology that allows you to communicate with your entire team with just the push of a button. When you 360 the deal, each team member will get a message specific to their role in the project. This eliminates the need of sending multiple messages to different team members, as each message is customized to that team member's role. You can also 360 the team. With the push of a button, you can communicate updates or project changes to your entire team with customized or pre-populated messages. Push-button real estate investing comes full circle with MyRE360.
All right. So I hope that you enjoyed the clip on MyRE360. It's a great platform. We're going to be highlighting some of the other sectors of the platform in our future shows so you can really get a feel for it. And I'm just delighted to highlight Mr. Joseph Child. He is with Press Go Management. And they lend 100% of the purchase plus 100% of the renovation cost of the property. Now, they will give you up to 70% of the after renovation value. It says that they ask for a 15% contingency reserve on the renovation amount only. And depending on that scope of work, they may have other requirements that they ask, but they really have a great site, a great platform. They have a meetup, and their meetup is actually tonight in Annapolis, Maryland, and we'll post that on our Real Estate Talk with Lisa page right after the show. So if you'd like to join them tonight, that you can. And they do full circle real estate investing. They also give you a different topic each month at their meetups. And they have the 3 O's that they have, which is opportunity, objectivity, and optimism. Now, their event is at 6 p.m. for networking, and 6:45 there's a presentation followed by the panel discussion. Now, you can register for their events at www.pressgomanagement.com. So this is a lender, though. If you're looking to do deals here in the DMV, you're looking to fund those, you can give them a call. Now, I have a contact number for Joseph Child. I got it. You know how I am with these. It's 443-336-7000. Again, that's 443-336-7000. And his email is jchild@josephchild.com. That's CHILD, in case I'm not enunciating well. So I'd love for you to give him a call. Let him know that you heard about him. That's his picture right behind me. Let him know that you heard about him on Real Estate Talk with Lisa. We want you to be successful, whether you are investing, whether you are purchasing, whether you are selling. We want you to excel in those areas. We want you to be equipped to be successful. So I believe that Joseph will be able to help, and his organization will be able to help you along the way in that avenue. So definitely reach out to them. So now what did we cover today? We've covered rentals. We covered why it's a hot market. We covered Industry Day. Now, I know a few weeks back, we had Rhoda Gibson on. She called in from Massachusetts because we've been covering disability housing. And then in terms of homelessness to housing, we spoke with Housing Up, Christine Pay, with Housing Up on last week, and it was a joy to have her on. And so we've been covering a number of different housing issues. Now, Rhoda's going to be in town this week, and they're gearing up for another push with respect to disability housing and a bill that's coming up. And so we're going to keep you updated. So keep an eye on our Facebook page for updates, and we'll definitely be presenting you with information about that on our next show. But just be aware that we do plan to touch on senior housing as well as disabled housing issues, both of those areas, because they don't always get a lot of coverage. And I think we're not always aware of the challenges that are there and the need for more awareness and more housing in those areas. And it's also important for you to know what services are available to you, whether you're battling a disability or whether you're dealing with just the aging process and you want to age in place. You don't want to age at the nursing home, and you're looking for housing that fits, with your income. I was teasing my daughter the other day, and I told her she's my 401k package. So, hopefully, that'll keep me, in my own spot for a long time. But, it's something to think about because our population is aging. And so you want to be able to know what's available to you, what you can access, and also know where to be hooked up so that your voice can be heard on the issues, the housing issues especially, that pertain to you and your particular situation. So we're looking forward to bringing you more coverage there. If you have something to add to that conversation or you have a concern that you'd like to see us address, please email me, Lisa Jeffrey 38. It was a great year. Jefffery 38 at gmail.com. You can call Reba at 301-420-0000 because we'd love to hear from you. Or you can leave a comment below the broadcast, and we'll follow back up with you and address that with you. We normally respond very quickly to the feedback that we give you because we always want to make sure that what we are sharing with you is what you want to see. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to share some housing information from a colleague of mine. We're going to give you a sneak peek of something that's coming up really soon. All right. Thank you so much.
Andre Gore story. At age 14, he was incarcerated for truancy. Do you know what truancy is? Yep, not going to school. At age 14. And while in there, he learned to take drugs. He learned how to lie. He learned how to do all the things he didn't have to do, and it changed him for the worst. But he was just a child. As a result, he went in and out of prison until he was 41. He became a victim of modern-day slavery and was branded for life. That's what the system does to you. Until one day, he decided to remove the shackles of his mind and change his mindset. When he was leaving jail at 41, he didn't look back. He vowed to never go back. Today, Andre is a successful entrepreneur. He's also a motivational speaker with a conviction and drives to bring out the best in individuals. His unique approach has motivated many men, women, and teenagers to remove obstacles and move into their purpose with a can-do attitude. He's driven by an immense desire to help people believe in themselves through motivation. This was the impetus for the formation of 1441 magazine. You have a chance to break the cycle and take your life back with this breakthrough magazine that'll certainly change the way you think and will allow you to make positive lifestyle choices now. 1441 also offers mentorship, education, guidance, and counseling to people who have fallen victim to this system. Let's break that cycle and take your lives back with this breakthrough magazine. It'll certainly change the way you think and will allow you to make positive lifestyle choices. 1441 is a magazine that addresses our issues. You no longer have to become a victim of your past. Join us, subscribe, and volunteer. Visit our website, 1441magazine.com.
All right, welcome back. That was 1441, and returning citizens are reality, and we have to create the right kind of environment that has the services that people that have completed the sentencing that they had and have done what society says that they should have done are now coming back to our communities. And for a lot of people, it's a different world. It's a whole different setting. And they need help to get back on their feet to become viable members of our communities. And that's what 1441 is about. And that's a community building topic as well. And just know, as we continue forward into 2019, that is a topic that we're going to provide some in-depth coverage on in terms of services that are available, whether it's employment, whether it's housing, and kind of what's going on in the scene in the DMV area in terms of the different efforts that are being made to bring that reintegration back, moving it forward in a positive way. So I wanted to also take a look. I was looking at the Presco management page, and there's so many topics that they have here. So they cover, like, if you wanted to build your portfolio, they have a section for that. If you're looking at how to take make that wheel go with the investment and the dollars and how that goes around, they have a section for that. If you're trying to decide whether you're interested in a rehab, a flip, or a long-term hold, they cover that as well. So they give you a full circle exit strategy. They say changes happen in mid-project and priorities change. And if you're dealing with a single category funding source, consider a long-term full circle view. So I've been corresponding with Joseph earlier, and we hope to have him on one of our upcoming shows really soon and be able to interview him so he can give you a little more information about the organization. So I want to congratulate Presco Management for being our first vendor highlight for MyRE 360. Now, I said before the last break that I was going to give you a sneak preview, so shh, don't tell. But the guys are going to put it up on the screen, so you won't see me, but you will hear me. So I want you to take a look at the photos. Can you put it on the big screen, guys, so they can see it as well? I know sometimes it's hard to see what's behind me. But this is a beautiful new home. It's going to be coming on the market very soon in the Bowie area. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I'll get it before you get it. Isn't that lovely? I tell you. And this listing will be coming to market with the lovely Alethea Morris, my colleague at Fairfax Realty Elite. She is going to be the listing agent for the property. So it is coming soon. So if you want to get some inside information from her, if you want to know when it's going to be coming to market, you can reach her at 240-305-4893. Oh, that's beautiful. That's 240-305-4893. And of course, you can reach her at our office at 301-794-9400. So this is just a sneak peek. Now we hope to have Alethea in the studio with us on next week to share with her, some of the features that you may not be aware of. about the property. I tell you, it's it's a beautiful listing. Look at that. Yes, I could definitely cook there. Yes, definitely, definitely. So if you've been looking in the Bowie area and you're looking for something along the lines of this particular property, you definitely want to give Alethea a call. She'd be happy to hear from you. You can't view it just yet, but you can be on her list, maybe like a VIP list, to be one of the first people to be contacted about it, to know when it's available for viewing. Now, the property is going to be coming on the market for a list price of $574,900. But look at that. That is so gorgeous. Now, again, if you want to reach Alethea, you can reach her at 240-305-4893. Let her know that you saw her listing on Real Estate Talk with Lisa. All right? So if you guys cut back to me, just want to let you guys know, and if you're an agent out there, because I know many of my fellow agents watch the show, if you'd like to have your listing featured here and pop in for a couple of minutes and share with the audience why they should come by and take a look, please give me a call, 301-542-5168. That's 301-542-5168. And if you're interested in this listing and you'd like someone to take you out to see it when it's available, give me a call as well. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us today on our Hot Topics, and I hope that something has been said or shared with you that has enhanced your real estate knowledge, fueled your desire to go out there and make your mark on the real estate or landscape and build something for yourself. It's time for us as individuals to really look at our position. If we're renting, that we're renting, with a full knowledge of where we want to go. It's not a bad thing to rent if that's where you are, because we talked about the reasons why you may want to rent now, but perhaps you'd like to own property later, so you can use your renting time to really prepare yourself for home ownership. If you're already in the market looking, just persevere. Sometimes you may have to put in a few offers before you get the one that really sticks, but don't give up. Don't give up. That house is out there for you. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I've been using, since we've been doing the Home Buyers Boot Camp, I have been sharing with you about one of our clients. I hold the Home Buyers Boot Camps with Old Line Bank, Reginald Derrickson over there, senior mortgage banker there, and we do those together, and we're often joined by Afro Jones, who does a credit repair. And I'll post her information on our page again. And also we're joined by Tanya Blake with the Street Smart program that focuses on a rent-to-own, where they work with your credit while also providing you housing. And so we often meet at our boot camps and share information. And Reggie has been so diligent to share how you can layer those programs together to get the property that you want. And as you can see behind me, there's still pictures of that elegant listing. But in showing you how to layer those programs together, which is the big message that we have for our boot camps, we've been talking about a young lady, client of mine, who was layering them together to get a non-FHA approved condo. And so we were able to close on that on this past weekend. And let me tell you, she came out of pocket with less than $5,000. Actually, less than $4,000, using a combination of 2 grant programs and then another loan product program that gave her a better rate. Isn't that wonderful? I'm not telling you that for each and every one of you, you would, qualify for all of the programs. But what I am telling you is that there are many of them that you either qualify for or close to qualifying for with just a little guidance and maybe just a little tweaking of your personal situation. But I'm letting you know that when you go from having to put down maybe close to, say $19,000, but you get $15,000 in grant funds, and you come to the table with about a little over $4,000, that makes a big difference. That's the leg up that many of you need to get into a home. If you want to know who we use, we've been working with Old Line Bank, Reginald Derrickson. That's one of the lenders that we work with, and that's who we've been doing our home buyer boot camps with. If you need Reginald's information, you want to learn more about what we talk about in our boot camps, please give us a call, 301-542-5168. You have been watching us on the WBGR Wellness Network. We would encourage you to go to our Facebook page, Real Estate Talk with Lisa. Follow, like, share. If you heard something that you like, please share it with someone, because even if it's not for you, it could be for your neighbor. It could be for someone that you know. We thank you again for tuning in, and remember, I'll see you at the show.